Hey everyone, how's it going? Thanks so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be taking an in-depth look at the all-new 2026 Nissan Leaf. As with all of my reviews, I'm going to cover all of the ins and outs and take this thing on a thorough drive. Of course, there's a whole lot of stuff to cover, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. The all-new 2026 Nissan Leaf is designed to make living with an EV genuinely easy. Nissan focused on simplifying the day-to-day experience, streamlining charging, stretching the driving range, improving how it drives, and giving it a sleek new look that finally feels as modern as the tech underneath. Range and charging are really where this new Leaf steps things up. Nissan estimates up to 303 miles on a full charge, which puts it in a much more comfortable place for commuting and weekend trips. And when you need to top it off quickly, the Leaf can go from 10 to 80% in about 35 minutes at a compatible Level 3 fast charger. Add in improved efficiency and the move to the North American charging standard, and the whole charging experience should feel far more convenient than before. Design-wise, the 2026 model shifts into more of a small crossover shape, and it's not just for looks. The body has been sculpted to slip through the air more efficiently, dropping the drag coefficient down to 0.26 from the previous model's 0.29. Little touches make a big difference here, like the motorized flush door handles in front, a first for a Nissan production vehicle, hidden rear door handles in the C-pillars, and a clean black faux grille that can house an illuminated Nissan badge. Slim rectangular lighting elements and an available full-width running light give the front end a crisp, modern signature. Up front, the roofline sweeps back in a smooth curve, highlighted by a katana-inspired trim piece similar to what you see on the Nissan Z. The glass pays into the clean look too, blending more seamlessly into the body to help both aerodynamics and refinement. Around back, the rear fenders rise sharply into the sloping hatch, where a subtle spoiler sits at a 45-degree angle. It's not just for style, it contributes meaningfully to airflow and efficiency. Nissan also sprinkled in a fun design detail throughout the car, a 2-3 motif. 2 horizontal rectangles paired with 3 perpendicular rectangles. In Japanese, the 2-3 is pronounced Nissan, tying back to the company's name. You'll spot it in the headlamps, tail lamps, wheels, and even tucked into the cabin as a nod to the brand's heritage. The new Leaf launches with 3 trim levels. The S Plus starts at $31,485, followed by the $35,725 SV Plus and the $40,485 Platinum Plus. All of those prices include destination. An even more affordable S model will be introduced a little later on. The Platinum offers a unique experience by not only offering the most standard features, but it has one of the most unique features I've ever seen, a dimming panoramic roof. The segment-first design can be varied from transparent to near totally opaque at the press of a button. The reversible process uses a multi-layer glass element that helps block light and heat when an electrical current is applied. Not only impressive to watch in action, the advanced panoramic roof increases headroom and improves aerodynamics compared to a traditional moonroof. While in operation, the shading occurs gradually, and if you look closely, the Leaf name shows up in the middle. When the roof is totally opaque and the sun is shining, it still casts a warm glow throughout the interior without blinding you. The Platinum is also offered with the most variety of color options. This example is finished in Sea Breeze Blue Pearl with a contrasting super black roof. It's one of the premium color options. With the floor mat package and battery heater, this example has an MSRP of $41,930. Depending on the trim level, the 2026 Leaf comes on either 18 or 19-inch wheels, with the base S Plus riding on steel wheels with full covers, the SV Plus using 18 by 6-inch machined aluminum alloys, and the Platinum Plus stepping up to 19 by 7-inch gloss black alloys with machined accents. They are wrapped in 235/45 Bridgestone Alenza Sport all-season tires, while the 18-inch models run on slightly taller 225/50 tires. These combinations strike a balance between low rolling resistance for efficiency, ride compliance, and enough sidewall stiffness to maintain predictable handling. Braking hardware consists of ventilated 13.6-inch front discs with dual piston calipers and solid 11.5-inch rear discs with single piston calipers, integrated with a regenerative braking system that recovers energy back into the battery while providing smooth linear deceleration. The Leaf allows drivers to select between different regen levels via steering wheel paddles or the E-step button on the center stack, adjusting how aggressively the motor slows the car down when lifting off the accelerator. Regen is blended seamlessly with the hydraulic brakes, so under typical driving, the transition is imperceptible and provides a constant pedal feel. At higher deceleration rates, the system increases friction brake engagement while still harvesting energy, and the brake control logic also incorporates analog braking and electronic brake force distribution, ensuring stable, controlled stops on wet or uneven surfaces. This integration allows the Leaf to maintain predictable stopping distances while also reducing wear on the friction components, and it contributes to a one-pedal feel in stronger regen modes, making urban stop-and-go driving both efficient and confidence-inspiring. The park and brake is electronic and an auto hold function is included. The switches are located on the lower left side of the dash. The Leaf's suspension employs McPherson struts up front and an independent multi-link setup at the rear, along with front and rear stabilizer bars. Curb weight ranges from around 4,187 pounds on the S Plus up to 4,389 pounds on the Platinum Plus. The suspension design gives a composed ride that absorbs imperfections without feeling floaty. The multi-link rear ensures wheel control and lateral stability under cornering, limiting squat or rear instability, quite a bit improved over the previous generation. Steering is electric power assisted, vehicle speed sensitive, and features a 35.4-foot turning circle, providing light, precise feel in city driving while firming progressively at highway speeds to maintain confidence during lane changes or mid-corner corrections. Compared to the previous Leaf, the updated rack offers a slightly tighter turning circle. Taken together, the Leaf's chassis demonstrates a mature balance of comfort, stability, and responsiveness. The 19-inch Platinum wheels improve cornering grip, brakes are robust and linear thanks to regen integration and large rotors. The multi-link rear suspension preserves composure and improves lateral stability, and the steering delivers good communication without being demanding, resulting in an EV that's composed and predictable on everything from tight urban streets to sweeping secondary roads. The Leaf's new dashboard is defined by dual digital displays that share a common housing. On the entry trims, the displays span 12.3 inches diagonally. The SV Plus and Platinum Plus upgrade the dual 14.3-inch displays. The instrument display in front of the driver is reconfigurable, offering several different views from more modern readouts to traditional instruments. Most of the controls on the right spoke of the steering wheel allow you to operate the instrument cluster, but they can also be used to operate the infotainment system. One button allows you to switch between instrument or infotainment control, at which point you can use the arrow pads and ergonomically placed jog wheel to make your selections. On the Platinum Plus, a color head-up display is standard to help keep key information in your direct line of sight. Nissan designed the new Leaf to be an easy car to live with every day. A big part of that comes from the new drivetrain options. Most trims now run a 75 kilowatt-hour liquid-cooled lithium-ion battery paired with a 214 horsepower, 261 pound-foot electric motor. It's noticeably stronger than the outgoing setup and gives the Leaf a smoother, more confident feel in everyday driving. The base S model sticks with a 52 kilowatt-hour battery and a 174 horsepower, 254 pound-foot motor, which still delivers plenty of power for commuting and keeps prices more accessible. That smaller battery option arrives a little later in the launch cycle, but it gives shoppers a choice in range and value. Putting the vehicle in gear is done with a simple push-button setup in the center console. You also have a selection of drive modes to explore, including personal, sport, standard, and eco. Charging has been simplified in a way that makes the car feel far more flexible than past Leafs. An onboard 7.2 kilowatt charger is standard, and Nissan gives the car 2 separate charge ports, one for each front fender. On the driver's side, you get the familiar J1772 port for level 1 and level 2 charging at home or around town. On the passenger side, you get the new North American Charging Standard Fast Charge port, opening the door to more than 20,000 Tesla superchargers. The Leaf can take in up to 150 kilowatt, which means a 10 to 80% quick charge in about 35 minutes on a compatible level 3 station. To make public charging less of a scavenger hunt, Nissan ties everything together with the Nissan Energy Charge Network, which lives inside the updated My Nissan app. It lets you find chargers, check real-time availability, and pay right from your phone. It's one of the largest integrated networks in the country, with more than 100,000 in-network public chargers. And if you really want to make it effortless, the new Leaf is also the first Nissan model with plug and charge. Just plug in at a compatible charger and the session starts automatically, no tapping cards or opening apps. Cold weather performance was a big focus on this new generation, and Nissan did far more than just add a heater and call it a day. The 75 kilowatt-hour pack is fully liquid-cooled and sealed behind a resin underbody panel that keeps snow and slush from chilling the battery. The system also recaptures waste heat from the motor and the onboard charger, using it to help warm the battery pack to its ideal operating range. On the SV Plus and Platinum Plus, you get an energy-efficient heat pump, and there's an available battery heater you can activate before plugging in on especially cold days. The end result is more predictable winter charging and better cold weather range than you'd expect from an EV. And none of this was validated in a lab alone. Nissan put the new Leaf through a huge amount of real-world testing across Europe, Asia, and North America. In the US alone, engineers logged more than 1,500 days of testing, from scorching southwest deserts to the deep winter of Fairbanks, Alaska. They even tested charging using employees' own home chargers to make sure the Leaf could reliably connect to just about any unit, no matter the brand, age, or installation quirks. A few extra touches round things out. All trims include a portable combination 120-volt, 240-volt cable for home charging flexibility. Every trim comes with vehicle-to-load capability, up to 1,500 watts, using an adapter for the exterior J1772 port, so you can power small electronics, tools, or camping gear right from the car. Now let's talk real-world economy for the moment. The best range you're going to see is with the S Plus model, which is rated at 303 miles. The SV Plus is down a little bit at 288 miles, while the Platinum Plus is the least at 259. In real-world use over the week of driving, that number was pretty realistic. Now, as far as miles per gallon equivalent, in the city, the Platinum Plus is rated at 110, highway it's 96, and the combined average is 103. Sitting in the front of the new Leaf immediately gives you a sense of space and openness. The redesigned seats are supportive without feeling stiff, striking a balance between comfort and lateral hold that works for city commuting and longer drives alike. In the Platinum Plus trim, the driver's seat is fully power adjustable with 4-way lumbar support, while the front passenger seat is manually adjustable, including height, offering a good balance of ergonomics and simplicity. Both the seats and the steering wheel are heated in the Platinum Plus, adding an extra layer of comfort in colder climates, and the headrests and seatbelts are adjustable to accommodate a wide range of body types. The steering wheel itself is manually adjustable for both tilt and reach, allowing drivers to find an ideal driving position. The cabin feels thoughtfully layered, blending clean, minimal design with subtle character. The Platinum Plus interior is offered in 2 color choices: charcoal with steel blue accents or light gray with deep cobalt accents, adding modern style with a unique dose of flair. The center stack is streamlined thanks to relocating the shift controls to the dashboard, opening up the space between the seats. Storage is practical and well integrated. 2 cup holders sit in the open design center console with 2 USB-C outlets directly behind them, while a cubby under the armrest provides hidden storage. The glove box is quite large, as are the lower door pockets. An overhead sunglasses container is included on the SV Plus and Platinum Plus trims. At the base of the dash, ahead of the console and cup holders, there's a 12-volt power outlet. Adding to the premium feel, Platinum Plus comes standard with a frameless auto-dimming rearview mirror, enhancing visibility and reducing glare effortlessly during night drives. Ambient lighting, available in 64 colors on the Platinum Plus, adds a subtle glow along the dash, doors, and footwells, creating a calm, modern mood. Technology is seamlessly integrated into the cabin. SV Plus and Platinum Plus trims feature dual 14.3-inch screens that combine the instrument cluster and infotainment functions, with Google built-in providing Maps, Assistant, and the Play Store. Navigation is particularly smart for EV driving, suggesting charging stops, predicting remaining charge at your destination, and letting you select a target battery level upon arrival. S and S Plus trims feature dual 12.3-inch screens with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, maintaining a modern experience without feeling stripped down. The audio system in the Platinum Plus trim is a standout, with the class-exclusive Bose Personal Plus system delivering 10 speakers, including headrest units that channel calls or navigation directions directly to the front occupants. It's immersive without disturbing passengers in the rear, creating a focused soundstage for music, podcasts, or navigation cues. One of the neatest features Nissan has started including on most of their vehicles I've driven as of late is a demo mode for the audio system. It plays a video on the infotainment screen, accompanied by music tracks that not only highlight the fidelity of the audio system, but it also showcases the screen's impressive graphics and resolution. The Platinum Plus has a single-zone automatic climate control system. You have a simple bank of touch controls at the base of the infotainment screen that offer haptic feedback when you press them, so you do get a little bit of tactileness there, but the more in-depth climate controls can be found within the climate menu of the infotainment system, where you can do things like change zones, activate rear seat heating, and more. The new Leaf carries over Nissan's usual emphasis on confidence and ease behind the wheel, and it comes with a long list of driver assist and safety features standard across the lineup. Every trim gets Nissan Safety Shield 360, so even the base model includes automatic emergency braking with pedestrian and cyclist detection, forward collision warning, predictive forward collision warning, blind spot intervention, rear cross traffic alert, lane departure warning, and lane departure prevention. High beam assist and driver attention alert also come standard, along with traffic sign recognition to help keep you aware of posted limits and road information. ProPilot Assist is included on every Leaf as well. It combines intelligent cruise control with steering assistance, helping you stay centered in your lane and maintain a comfortable gap to the car ahead. Lane Keep and Assist also joins the list. providing gentle steering support if you start to drift. Nissan adds several camera-based features that make low-speed maneuvering easier. A class-exclusive version of the intelligent around-view monitor is standard on all trims, giving you 8 selectable perspectives around the car, essentially a virtual walk-around view, so you can see curbs, lines, and obstacles from every angle you can never see naturally from the driver's seat. New for 2026 is Front Wide View, which provides a wide, forward-facing angle that's especially helpful when pulling out of tight garages or peeking past parked cars. Intelligent Hood View creates a virtual view of what's directly under the front of the car, perfect for lining up with car wash tracks or avoiding low obstacles that typically disappear behind the hood. The Leaf also introduces a Nissan First technology, secondary collision mitigation braking. If the airbag control unit detects a crash, the system automatically applies the brakes to help prevent or lessen a secondary impact, improving protection after the initial collision. Additional convenience features fill out the package. Rear sonar sensors are standard on all trims, while front sonar sensors appear on the SV Plus and Platinum Plus. Post-collision auto hazard and emergency call capability is standard as well, adding another layer of reassurance after an accident. Airbags include dual-stage front seat mounted side impact, roof mounted curtain side impact, driver and front passenger knee, and rear seat mounted side impact airbags. The rear seat of the new Leaf, especially in Platinum guise, is one of those areas where you can tell Nissan really tried to elevate the everyday experience. Legroom comes in at 31.8 inches, so it's not the stretch-out kind of space you'd find in a larger crossover, but once you settle in, it's surprisingly accommodating thanks to the Leaf's low floor. Headroom sits at just over 37 inches, which gives the cabin an airy feel. And with 54.6 inches of shoulder room, 2 adults can sit side by side without feeling like they're fighting for space. Being 5 foot 10 inches, I had headroom and legroom left over. What really stands out though is the seat comfort itself. Nissan's zero-gravity contouring carries over to the back row as well, and you really feel that extra attention in the way the cushions support your lower back and thighs. Heated outboard seats are standard on the Platinum Plus, and dual USB-C ports give passengers a place to plug in without leaning forward or sharing with the front. A flat rear floor is another big plus. It makes that center seat far more usable than it typically is in a traditional compact vehicle, and it lets passengers slide their feet around comfortably on longer trips. The door panels and upper trim pieces use soft-touch materials that tie in nicely with the rest of the cabin, while the build quality feels tight and deliberate. When it comes to storage, there are dual seat back pockets, lower door pockets, and 2 cup holders built into the center armrest. Overhead, there are grab handles and lights. At the base of the center console, you even have an AC power outlet. Rear seat air vents are included on the SV Plus and Platinum Plus. Child seat anchors are located in the outboard seats, while top tether anchors can be found in each position. For taller passengers, knee room can be a bit tight on longer drives, but overall, the back seat feels thoughtfully designed, nicely finished, and far more refined than you'd expect from a car aimed at affordability and efficiency. The trunk of the new Leaf is very cleverly engineered for both everyday usability and occasional heavy-duty cargo hauling. The Platinum Plus includes a motion-activated power liftgate. All of the other trims use a manual liftgate. With the rear seats up, you get a respectable 20 cubic feet of space, enough for a week's worth of groceries, a few weekend bags, or some small gear. But fold down that 60-40 split seat and it opens up to 55.5 cubic feet, which is a huge jump over the previous Leaf and really starts to feel like a proper utility area. What makes it work isn't just about raw numbers. The design is genuinely usable. The floor's almost completely flat. The liftgate opening is wide and tall, and in higher trims like the SV Plus or Platinum Plus, the divide and hide system adds a surprising amount of flexibility. Removable panels let you separate smaller items so they don't roll around, or you can take them out entirely to fit taller stuff without hitting awkward bumps or gaps. D-rings in the floor can be used to tie down larger, more awkward items. There's lights on either side to help illuminate things at night, and on the Platinum Plus, there's even an additional AC power outlet on the right side panel. The flat seat backs fold down nicely and create a near-level surface that makes sliding in longer items much easier. To fold the seat backs down, you use the levers adjacent to the outer headrests. There's also some hooks to hold back the seat belts so they don't get in your way of the seat backs folding. There's no front trunk in the Leaf, so all of your storage has to live in the back, but the Leaf makes the most of that space. Well everyone, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please don't forget to leave a like down below because it really helps the videos a lot. And if you haven't subscribed already, consider doing so and make sure those notifications are on. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.